Come all ye young fellas that follow the sea, tell me away.
Hey, how's it going? So, back in the shop today, and when I say the shop, I don't mean my dining room anymore. I'm actually in the shop. For the last 5 months or so, I've been working out of the house because it's been cold here in Massachusetts. Not as cold as it normally is. In fact, this has been one of the warmest winters anybody can remember, but still, I didn't want to spend the extra money heating this space. It's kind of expensive, so I've been working in the house, and now I'm not. Now I am back in the shop because today it's beautiful. It's like 65 degrees outside, which, you know, if you're in California or Florida, probably doesn't seem that warm to you, but, you know, those of you in the Northeast, you understand. So, this is not my first day of working on Dreadfleet, the new set of Dreadfleet. This is really more like the third day, but this first day I've done a video about it. So let me show you where I am, and we'll talk about it. So when I did my last set, one of the things that a lot of people questioned me on were the bases. They said, why did you glue the ships to the bases? And at the time it seemed like a good idea. But this time I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to try painting the bases separately and see how that goes. So that's what I've done. And the bases are effectively done. And then I started working on the Heldenhammer, which is, well, it's kind of early on. But actually, I did work on what you call this, Sea Wraith, Sea Ghost, whatever the hell he is, the goopy, wormy dragon thingy, and the three-headed, what have you here. So these are all done, and essentially just sitting off to the side. And I have these pieces primed and ready for paint, but I'm not going to work on those right now. I'm going to work on one of these ships. But one of the interesting things that I did this time around that's a little bit different, from last time, is that I actually created notes on the ship colors, because one of the nice things about doing this project is that for the most part you're working on color palettes that have been predetermined, and I have got that White Dwarf issue, and been going through it, pulling out all the color choices for all the various bits and pieces, and then creating notes so that I don't have to go digging through the magazine each time I want to see, you know, what the sort of proper way to paint something is supposed to be. So then I can just refer to the notes and go, hull, supposed to be this color, great, then this wash, then this, because the article itself, you really have to dig through the whole thing, both the writing of the article and the little step-by-step to get all of the information that you need. And so if you're going back and forth every time you need to do that, it takes a lot of extra time. And this time around, I'm really trying to do what I can to save time. Yeah, so that was just another sort of step in that direction. But some of it I just remember, but writing the notes out still helps in kind of remembering what it is that I need to do. So yeah, today actually it's taken me a little while to get started because I was putting the shop back in order. It's been used for storage, and I've got a furniture project that I need to get done that's taking up some space, and my son had some boxes that he'd moved in here, and I'm putting those up in the attic, and so yeah, took a little bit of my day away, but now I'm going to get to it, and as I have more interesting things to tell you about, I will tell you about it. So there we are, and in the meantime I'm going to go watch Total Recall, so see you later. This has not been a particularly productive day, trying to get the shop all in order. Seems to be very distracting. What I have been doing is doing all the base coats on Hild and Hammer, and so it's coming along. It's a lot of work. Scabrous, doing some work on Scabrous as well. Yeah, this is actually one of the more fiddly models to assemble, as the two halves and the guns all need to come together at once, and you definitely want to do some painting on this before you do that, so I just don't like doing that. I like having everything assembled before I paint, and that's not working out for me. So what else? Well, I got some other side projects, mostly, you know, personal stuff that I've been working on. I have one of the new Space Wolf characters. I've got some War Machine, Signar, the starter set. You know, that's also something I've been wanting to do for myself, but those didn't really get much work today. Some primer is about it. What else? Not really much else to talk about. Spent a lot of time, you know, working on getting my setup ready. Here, take a look. Hey, look, it's like infinite loop. Here's all my paints. I had to set them all out just to have a look. My cool old school John Blanche poster. Cool old school Talisman poster. My furniture project. So yeah, it's all together. Not much to say. I guess I'm gonna go. So with any luck, I'll have more to talk about next time around. So I'll talk to you later.
Come all ye young fellas that follow the sea, to me way, hey, blow the man down, and pray pay attention and listen to me. Give me some time to blow the man